Hello everyone! Welcome to week 1 in our 12 weeks of Christmas series. Every week for the next 12 weeks, I will bring you a new fun and exciting Christmas project that you can make for your family or friends, for your home. I have a lot lined up, some home decor, some treat items, some stocking stuffers, so it's gonna be fantastic. So don't miss it. This is what we're making today, and it is super adorable. We're using the Sending Cheer bundle. And the little belly band slides off, and then inside this little cute little pleated box is a hot chocolate little pouch there. So this is such a cute little gift. It's a little bit different. I love the little pleated sides there. Pleats out. Oh, so cute. So this is what we're gonna make today. It's really fun. It's really pretty simple, even though it looks like it's super complicated, but I'm going to break this all down for you. But before we get to that, let's go over everything that's happening. We are in a brand new month, and it is a brand new Stampin' Up! Year. Our fiscal year, the Stampin' Up! Fiscal year starts on October 1st. So this is a brand new year. I'm kicking off a lot of stuff. Lots of changes coming over the next few months that I am doing to my business. So just hang in there, and I think they're all for the better. So just bear with me on them. But this 12-week series is one that I have done for a couple of years. It's been really popular, so I love it, and I hope you guys enjoy this here. All right, Paper Pumpkin is home for the holidays. This is the October kit. This kit's going to be so cute. There's a whole bottle of glitter glue, which I cannot tell you how excited I am about that. I think that's so fun. So if you want this month's Paper Pumpkin, if you want October's Paper Pumpkin, you do need to subscribe by October 10th. To get the kit, and I think it's going to be a fantastic kit. So October and November's kit are going to coordinate with each other. So if you love Christmas, if you want both of those kits, make sure you subscribe this month to get October's, and then make sure you hang around to get November's as well. All right, World Card Making Day is happening in less than a week. This is actually next Saturday, or this Saturday, October 7th. Stampin' Up! Is doing a free virtual event, so you can head to my online store. The little banners that scroll across the top, one of them features this World Card Making Day. You can click on that. You'll get all the information. They're featuring 3 different bundles, and one of these bundles is a brand new bundle that you can actually purchase. This one will be featured in our January through April mini catalog next year. So this is a big sneak peek for next year. All right, this is the bundle we're actually using today. This is the Sending Cheer bundle that we are using today, but I am featuring this bundle in my October card crate. This is my class to go, so if you love this bundle, make sure you check that out. There is a link in the video description for my card crate. This is going to be a Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack. You're going to get to make 9 cards. You're making 3 each of these adorable little cards that feature this Sending Cheer bundle, and you're also going to get a free tutorial for an adorable little tag box for lots of little Christmas tags you can add on all your Christmas gifts this year. So if you love this bundle, if you love today's project, if you want to get more of the Sending Cheer bundle, I do have a class to go featuring this bundle. The last day to sign up for this class to go will be October 13th, so make sure that you check that out. The link again is in the video description. You can check that out, head to my blog, get all the details. It's $40, and that includes shipping. You're going to get $20 in product along with all the supplies to make all of your cards. All right, guys, so happening on October 3rd, so that is what, Tuesday? Starting Tuesday, Stampin' Up! Is kicking off an incredible join special. This is to join to become a demonstrator. They are celebrating 35 years, so you have 2 choices for your starter kit. You either get 35% off your kit, or you get 35% more in your kit. So let me talk a little bit about the details of that. So if you choose this one, if you choose the 35% off, it will cost you $64.35 to join, and you still get to choose $125 in product. So that's fantastic. So maybe you already have or maybe you don't have a lot of excess money to spend this month, but you want to get a lot of products in your starter kit. This is a good one to do because you can join for only $64.35. Get 35% off your kit. Now, if your wish list is super long and you want even more, you can get option number 2, which you would spend $99, but you would get $168.75 in product. So either choice, I mean, if you want to save some money, go for the 35% off. If you have a really long wish list, go for the 35% more. Either way, you get to join Stampin' Up. You get an amazing deal to join Stampin' Up. You get to be part of my team. I have lots of team perks that we do, as well as all the benefits and perks that you're going to get from Stampin' Up. In addition to both of these, you're also going to get free registration for Stampin' Up's virtual on-stage event in November. That is a demonstrator-only event. Only demonstrators are allowed to do that. It is about $70 value that you're going to get for free. Everybody gets that regardless of whether you choose option A or option B. So it's a fantastic deal. So if you have been thinking about joining Stampin' Up, if you want to get a discount on your products, then this is a great time to join in. You can either choose that 35% off or the 35% more. Either option is great. All right, if you are shopping my online store this month, this is my brand new October host code. So please use this host code when you shop. If your order's under 150, make sure you use that host code. If your order's over 150, don't use a host code. You're going to receive Stampin' Rewards. All orders receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order's over $50 more, you're going to receive the make and take kit that coordinates with that. So I am super excited to kick off our 12 weeks of Christmas projects this week with this adorable little hot chocolate holder. So cute. The little pleated sides are just adorable. Anybody you give this to will love it. And hot chocolate is a great little, it's a great seasonal gift. You can even change the DSP on this and give this out through like Valentine's Day or something. I think that's just a great winter gift. But hot chocolate is one of those things that is, I mean, everybody loves it, right? I mean, but you can also fit like the apple cider things in here. I've seen the pumpkin spice hot chocolate ones in here. So, or the little pumpkin spice mixes, you know, hot chocolate mixes. So you can fit whatever you want in here. The little mixes. I'm using the Swiss Miss one. That's the one that this is sized to. Any that are similar in this size will absolutely fit. So, whatever hot cocoa mix you want to use, or even if you just want to stick some little gift cards or something in there, that will work just fine too. So let's get started. We're going to start with our the holder part, and we're going to start with some old olive cardstock. I can't think of the color of that for a second. All right, if you love this video too, I would love it if you shared it with your crafty friends here on Facebook, or if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out. All right, let's start on the long side. So my piece is 11 by 6 3/4. So we're going to start on the long side, and on the long side, we're going to score it at 2, 2 1/4, and then at 7. Okay, and then we're going to rotate it to the short side, and we are going to score it at 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/4, and 1 1/2. Okay, now we're going to rotate it to the other side, and we're going to score those same exact ones. So 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1 1/4, and 1 1/2, all the way down. Okay, so all of these score lines, this is going to give us all those wonderful pleats. Okay, all right, I'm going to move this, my Simply Scored, out of the way, and I'm actually going to bring in my paper trimmer. Now you could do all of your scoring on your paper trimmer. I prefer the Simply Scored, but you can absolutely do all of your scoring on the paper trimmer. All right, so let's take a look at this before we start burnishing it. So on our long side here, we have 2 score lines on this side, and we have 1 on this side. So our treat is, this is going to be the flap, the front flap that folds down. And so basically we need to cut off the sides of both of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up this score line right here into my little cutting groove, and I'm going to start my blade down here at the score line down here. This is our 7-inch score line, and I'm just going to start that, and then I'm just going to cut up, and we're essentially just going to cut this piece off. So, and then we will just line up that score line, just cut, and we're just going to cut this whole side off. Now you can use scissors if you want. Because we're doing such a long cut, the paper trimmer really just makes this go so much quicker. If you were doing a bunch of these for a craft show or for friends at work or for teachers, I would definitely pull out the paper trimmer. It's just going to make it go so much quicker. Okay, so we pulled off both of those. So this is what we are left with. So let me pull these back here. So this was our, how did it go? It went like this. So we took off these pieces. So we cut all the way down to that single score line down here and just cut off the pleated edges on those sides. Okay, so let's grab our bone folder, which I have somewhere. Here it is. And we are going to start burnishing on those score lines. So these ones are easy. Just go ahead and burnish on those. All right. Now I have to make a note of this because I know my hand is going to keep showing this little stamp on my hand. I did not go clubbing last night. It was my family and I actually went out this morning. Our zoo here in Albuquerque has a brand new exhibit opening. It is the Asia exhibit. So they've been working on this for a while. And people who are members of the zoo are getting a sneak peek this week. And so we registered to go in this morning for a sneak peek. So we got to see the exhibit early. And so to get into the exhibit, they had to stamp your hand though. So my hand is stamped, and I did try to wash my hand multiple times before the Facebook Live because I was like, oh, my hand is going to be in that video and I'm going to have this stamp on my hand, but there was nothing I could do about that. My husband and I actually went out last night to the VIP opening of it, which was very fun, like a kid-free, adult-only night, which was very exciting. And then we took the kids this morning and they loved it. Okay, so I've pleated all of these, so I just went back and forth, just accordion style. I did all that while I was chatting away. And we are going to do just a tiny bit more trimming before we stick this down. So let's undo the pleats just a little bit. On this edge here, this is a 1/2 inch edge, and then all the pleats are only 1/4 inch, but this is going to be our glue tab, so I wanted that to be a little bit bigger. But we are going to cut off the corners on these 1/2 inch tabs here, and that's going to make everything just adhere a little bit easier. So do the same on this side, just cut off those corners. All right. Move those out of the way, and that is all the trimming down here. We are going to just do one little bit of corner rounding up here for our flap. So I just have a corner rounder punch that I am using. We don't currently sell one, but you probably have one in your stash. And so this is what it looks like. I'm going to pull it into camera view this way. So you can take a screenshot if you need to. This is what it looks like. All right, I'm going to grab down some little mini clothespins. And I'm going to use my liquid glue to adhere this together. I found that I really like my liquid glue for 3D projects. I normally try to just use my Stampin' Seal Plus for videos just for time's sake. But my for this one, because of the pleats, because it's just such a heavy duty thing that we're gluing together, I really want to use my liquid glue. So I'm just going to put this on that glue tab on both sides. So a little bit on both sides, and we're going to use the clothespins to hold this all together while this dries. So very carefully, just kind of close up these little pleats. I'm going to make this look much harder than it actually is. And we are basically just going to close this, just like that on each side. And there we go. There it goes. It's kind of stuck there for a minute. I don't know why, but there. We got it. It helps to trim off those little corners. And, all right. So now that we have this all lined up, this is going to be, our little pleated edge there. So I'm just going to stick some clothespins on here just to hold those sides in while that liquid glue does its job and does the gluing. All right, so a few more clothespins. Probably I'm going overkill with the clothespins. Probably like 2 on each side would have been fine, but I go overkill. Okay, we're gonna set this aside. We're gonna do our stamping, and then we'll come back and do the rest of our assembly while we let that dry. So let's do our stamping. I need my Stampin' Pierce mat, which I have right here. If I can grab it, here it is. And we're gonna do some stamping. So the sending chair is a photopolymer stamp set. And we're going to do I have a couple scrap pieces of white here. We're going to do the stocking in Pretty Peacock. My colors that I'm choosing, I am using from the DSP, and I'll show you that in a minute when we get to the DSP, but I love these colors together, especially for Christmas. So we're going to do Pretty Peacock for the stocking. Beautiful. I have this out. I'm going to close that. We don't need that. And I'm going to use Real Red for my little holly berries here. So I'm going to stamp one of these, Real Red. I might have used Poppy Parade there. I'm not sure. Or you can even use Sweet Sorbet, any red you want. Cherry Cobbler, that will work too. And then we have Old Olive. I'm going to pull this out. And for the little leaves, I'm going to do those in Old Olive. All right, now for this one, for the greeting, I'm going to stamp Sending Cheer on the bottom, and this is actually going to be a whole die cut tag. So I'm just going to stamp Sending Cheer right there, and then we'll be die cutting it in just a second. So let me move all these inks out of the way, move our stamps out of the way, and let's get ready to die cut. I didn't die cut anything, so we're going to do all the die cutting here in advance. I'm going to use some washi tape just to hold all my pieces in place. You can use you know, Post-it tape or whatever you have. So I'm going to use just some washi tape. So I'm just going to line all of these up, and I'm going to hold everything down with washi tape just so nothing shifts. All right, there we go. And one more. And okay, and then this one over here, I'm also going to tape down, even though we're not cutting out a shape, but I don't want my greeting to shift. And I want that kind of in the bottom right corner. So I'm just going to hold that down. All right, let's die cut these. Now, my daughter has my big cut and emboss machine. She's die cutting some stuff for my classes. So we're going to use up my mini cut and emboss machine. We're not going to be able to do all of these all at once because it's the smaller machine, but we'll be able to do them all. So these all will fit in the mini machine. So if you have the mini one and not the big one, don't worry. You'll still be able to use your dies in this one. And then this one I might have to trim the top off of this one to fit it through. Okay, stick this one in and we'll run it through. All right, let's put our machine away. And we'll get back to assembling this. Move that out of the way. All right, so we have our little tag here. Fantastic. We have our little leaves there. We have our little holly berries here. Pop those out of the die. Perfect. And of course our stocking. So I get the stocking out of there. Perfect. So we have all of our pieces. Now in advance I have die cut the little cuff of the stocking, the top of the stocking, and I use some of our textured shimmer paper. This is just a gorgeous little shimmer paper. It comes in balmy blue and shaded spruce too. So you get multiple colors of this, but it is beautiful. It's like corrugated, but it is really, really fun. It's a really great addition to all of your Christmas projects this year. And this is actually in our annual catalog, so don't miss that. All right, let's go ahead and stick our stocking together. I'm gonna put that little cuff on with some dimensionals. Oh, and I wanna cut this little loop off of the stocking first. I don't want the little loop, so we're just gonna trim that off, and then we'll just stick our little cuff right on top of our stocking. Isn't that cute? That really adds just a lot of fun texture to that stocking. All right, let's add our little holly berries here and our leaves. So a little dot of glue. Add our leaves on there. Let's pull a little bit more glue for the leaves, just like that. And then a little dot of glue for our little holly berries. We'll stick that on. Beautiful. All right, let's set this off to dry. We'll come back. Let's bring back our holder. We're kind of jumping around, but we gotta work with the glue, right? All right, so pull off all your Post-it notes. You have your wonderful little pleated sides there. Isn't that fun? Stick your little hot chocolate mix inside. Your apple cider, whatever you want to give. Isn't that fun? It fits so good. Such a good trip. Such a good little gift. All right, so I have two pieces of DSP. I told you this is from a Walk in the Forest DSP. This is in our mini catalog, and this is just a gorgeous selection of DSP. It's in the very, very front of the catalog. You might actually miss it. It's on one of the early pages. It coordinates with lots of different suites in our catalog, and a portion of this will go to supporting some local charities. So it is a good little give back. You're going to get lots of great DSP in that one. And so I have two patterns here that we're going to use. So I have one that is 3 3/4 by 3.5. This one's going to go on the front. And so I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus for this. I'm gonna stick this on the front. You can do this before you stick your hot chocolate in there too. It doesn't matter too much. And then this one is going to go on our front flap right here, but I want to make sure that I round the bottom corners of this as well with the same corner rounder punch, just so that we have matchy-matchy corners. And then this one's going to go on that flap. In the front, these little trees. So adorable. You can see I used the Pretty Peacock, the old olive. All of these colors are in the DSP, which is fantastic. All right, now I have a piece of Pretty Peacock for a belly band. And we're not going to pre-score this, we're just going to kind of wrap it around. So I'm just going to kind of lay it on here evenly, and I'm just going to put it around and just kind of pinch those edges. And then go this way and pinch the edges. And it's not going to line up perfectly right now, and that's okay. That's not what we need it to. So now that we have some edges pinched, we're going to go through with our bone folder, and we're just going to, I'm going to line up make it straight this way. And then wherever we pinched it, we'll just go through with the bone folder and give it a little press. And that will just help us get some nice clean folds on here. And it will make sure that it's going to fit perfectly around our treat without having to mess with lots of like super small measurements, you know, like 1/16 of an inches or anything like that. This is just a simple way to make sure that we're measuring this. All right. There we go. So we have our belly band all situated on there. And we'll stick that on here. It'll wrap around perfectly. Make sure it's not too snug. Stick that around. And I'm just going to use a little bit of my Stampin' Seal Plus on here. And we'll just fold that over just like this. And don't worry, the seam is going to be covered up, so don't worry. But our belly band will slide up and down perfectly. All right, so now let's go back to our little tag. We'll stick on our stocking with some dimensionals, of course. Pull those off. This will go right on our little stocking here. Fantastic. All right, now I probably should have done this before I stuck the stocking on, but that's okay. We're going to thread some ribbon through this little hole. This is the iridescent ribbon. This is also in our mini catalog. This is part of that Merry, Bold, and Bright suite. I'm going to pull some ribbon through here, and we're going to tie a bow with this. I'm actually going to cut a length of this off. And we're going to tie a bow. And again, if you do this before you stick your stocking on, it might be a little bit easier. And I'm actually going to stick it right onto my holder here so that my holder will act as like an anchor and hold it down a little bit. So I have some resistance on here. So stick that on, and I'm just going to make a loop and wrap it around. We're not even going to tie a knot around this. We're just going to kind of make a loop and tie a bow back here. Perfect. Just like that. I want like a big floofy little bow coming out from behind that stocking. Perfect. And then you can trim those edges. And that's it. That was our final step of this adorable little treat pouch. Isn't that adorable? So you can, these would be great teacher gifts. Throw these in teacher boxes. These will make great gifts for anybody. Little party favors, whatever you want. Hot chocolates, so cute. You could tie a little candy cane to the front of the belly band. That would also be adorable. All right, guys, that is it for week 1. What do you guys think? I'm so excited for week 2. I'm on the hunt for all the Christmas treats right now. I know it's a little bit harder to find. There's lots of Halloween stuff out right now, but not a lot of Christmas, but I'm on the hunt. So if you see anything, let me know. If you love this bundle, don't forget to check out my card crate this month. I am featuring this bundle. The card crate is a class to go. It comes straight to your mailbox with $20 in products along with PDF and video instructions. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you are shopping, make sure to head to my online store. Use that host code. Use that when you shop my online store for orders under $150. If your order is over $150, don't use the host code. Please like and share this video with your friends who might enjoy this as well. And thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next week for week 2, and I will also be live in my VIP group on Wednesday for another fun treat. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you later. Bye.